Hi guys, Kaza here. Welcome back. Glad to see you all here again. We are doing once again. Sorry, the Men of Yoshiwara. Oh God, Ohgiya, with Ageha. That's like a really weird tongue twister if you think about it. Like really bad. Alright, we're on chapter 4 now. Realization of love. Last time, we decided after we got released, Ageha, Makoto, and Utsusemi, when they got released from their punishment, that in order to protect Ageha, we would go with Masami? Oh boy. I don't remember his name. The one who kept touching your hand in the beginning. It's like, I don't know how to describe his name. Masumi is what I want to say, but I don't really think that's right. But Ageha found out, and so he came barging into the room, and being the good guy that he was, let him stay even though it's forbidden since he hasn't been deflowered yet to do this with me. And we spent some time together. The other guy left the room, and we shared a most heated first redo of our first kiss. So yeah, that happened. Yay, big old recap. Alright, onwards, guys, to chapter 4. Let's do this. Realization of love. I stared at the empty letter before me. After having that kiss, we started writing letters to each other. Closing my eyes, I still couldn't remember the sensation vividly. Just how was I supposed to convey my feelings to him? He made me feel happier than I had ever been just by thinking about him. Meanwhile, noon came and went. I called a few traders that worked for the Kitsune family to the shop. Lately, the silk prints from the mainland have been all the rage. Look at these. These are right here, perfect for the season. The designs are beautiful, but they're not exactly what I'm looking for. Don't you have anything a little more cheerful? I've seen at least a dozen already, but none had caught my eye. My lady, if you're looking for new fabrics... Oh, this is just something I want to send to Ageha. To Ageha? He's going to be deflowered soon, right? He'll make use of it sooner or later. But, my lady, when an apprentice is deflowered... He stopped short, seemingly reluctant to continue. Why does my manservant know so much? Were you one? Did you, fail and you're young? Because you're really young. Did you, fail and... Or, I don't know. I'm trying to figure you out. Anyway. Is there a problem with sending an apprentice a gift? Not at all, but... My bodyguard clamped his mouth shut with a boorish face. I ignored him and let myself feel happier than ever. Perhaps I couldn't invite Ageha to a banquet like a courtesan, but I could do things to thank Asagiri and the others that looked out for us. Fortunately, Ageha's deflowering wasn't going to be any time soon. That means it was still possible to gain favor with the owner and manager. I'm not just liking anything I've seen so far. I'm looking for something cheerful, but still with a sense of beauty. This is rare. I've never seen you so distraught before. You usually pick out what you want straight away. True, it's just not happening today. Had my sense of style suddenly take a plummet? The female trader glanced at me and smiled. It's always difficult to pick out something for one's lover. Huh? Oh, was that too rash for me? Her laughter rang like a bell. Just what was she saying? Oh, well, I guess I can't decide. A few days before, I'd sent a letter to Ageha saying I would be stopping by. I had wanted to bring a gift when I went, but would you be able to show me any new fabrics the next time you come? Certainly, I'm always at your service. The traders gathered up the fabrics and placed them in hampers. After they left, I went out for a few errands. When I came home in the evening, I ran into Musashi. My lady, this arrived while you were out. What's this? A guide to Yoshiwara? I opened up the pamphlet Musashi handed to me. It listed the brothels in the pleasure district and all of the courtesans. I believe it talks about the procession that happened the other day. Takaka from Kikuya, I believe it was, all the women seemed to fancy him. Is that so? I answered, not particularly engaging in the conversation. Are you not interested? In what? I glanced up at him, unsure what he meant. His face warped and showed disappointment. My lady, I worry for you. It is not easy to have Ageha as a partner. You'll have to be clear of that if you want me to understand. I'm saying... He covered his mouth as he muttered with a troubled face. I was thankful he was worried for me, but he wasn't exactly helping. I'm going to Yoshiwara tonight. Please take care of the preparations. I will, my lady. He slumped away from my room with slouched shoulders. Yeah, if there's something that's gonna be bad about this, just tell me. I'm freaking asking you. Why aren't you telling me, Musashi? Come on. Sorry. And the other person's name I kept forgetting in the beginning was Asagiri. I was apparently mixing up Asagiri and Masamushi and putting them together. So, Masamushi. Anyway. And so, headed towards Yoshiwara once more. However, on the way, I realized I had forgotten to bring a gift. Masamushi, can you think of a good gift to take? How about a flower? A flower? That will work. After all, I remember that Ohgiya said he loved the smell of flowers. If I could just make him smile, that would make my day. We turned off the main road and stopped at a flower shop nearby. I picked out a lovely white and pale purple Aqualia. Aqualiga? I'm not sure. I'm not very good with flowers. When we arrived at the tea house, Musashi let them know I had arrived. A short while later, courtesan Gakuto has arrived. Ageha and Gakuto appeared from behind the sliding door. Ageha must have been accompanying Gakuto that night. It has been a while, hasn't it? Indeed. His sharp, seductive gaze was very much unchanged. Just then, wow, what a beautiful flower. The moment he saw it, Ageha's face lit up with excitement. Is that for me? Yes, I remember you said you liked the smell of flowers. I stopped by the flower shop and picked out the one with the best smell. Jeez, you remembered that. That makes me so happy. His eyes squinted and smiled as he gladly took the flower from me. It's so sweet, but not too strong. I like it. He put his petals up to his nose and sniffed it gleefully. She gave you a gift, right? Now's your turn to show her what you can do. Okay. What's going on? Wait and see. Ohgiya whispered to a nearby attendant. Soon enough, they came back bearing a set of tools for arranging flowers. Ohgiya, I didn't know you arranged flowers. You do now. One of my close guests is an instructor. She made him try it after she had a few drinks and said he had a knack for it. Ohgiya carefully set down the narrow clay vase. Then he pruned the flower using his absolute attention. His gentle face now looked regal and stoic. Wow. I too had training in flower arrangement. However, he was well beyond my league. I couldn't peel my eyes away from his beautiful creation. Gakuto smiled triumphantly as he set down the sake an assistant had brought. Impressive, isn't it? Very. I wasn't expecting it at all. Okay. So this has been bugging me. I said, Banquet 1, Banquet Second time, it'll be alone with the one you choose, which she chose Musashi. Third time is when you get intimate. So, why are we meeting with Makoto? I was just like, don't worry, I'm just here visiting. I was told I'm not allowed to choose anyone else after I've chosen, but I'm still visiting everyone else. I don't recall us being a part of the original agreement unless they're like, oh, well, she's special, she's an upper class family. We'll give her some time to choose, but she get to know him a little longer. So I feel like it's going on. It's just weird. I don't know. According to the rules that they lay down to us in the very strict Yoshiwara district, this seems very odd. Also, I'm missing something here. Anyway, continuing. He's good enough to be an instructor himself, probably. You heard that, Ageha? He nodded bashfully. Your words honor me greatly. He slowly lifted his head, revealing his flush, pink lips. Cheeks. Flush, pink cheeks, my bad. The adorable sight put a smile on my face. I can see why you love flowers so much now. You can. Yes, they're beautiful. You really bring flowers to life. Don't praise me so much. It's embarrassing. It's weird for a guy like me to like this kind of thing. His shoulders drooped low. I think it's lovely. The flower? No, but you can do such an amazing art. It's beautiful and delicate, just like you. Kaze. His big round eyes stare at the flowers rest inside the vase. I think resting inside the vase would make more sense. Thank you. Just then, I noticed leftover flower from Gaya's flower arrangement. You aren't going to use those. Such a waste, right? What to do? Agaya put his hand on the door as if to open it and call an attendant. Wait, can I do something with them? Sure. This big eye sparkled as he glanced at me. All right. Hold still, okay? I sat down in front of him with the white Ohgiya in my hand. After folding the stem in half, I reached out and brushed aside his silky hair. Don't move. Okay. He closed his eyes as if tickled. The way his body trembled reminded me of a little kitten. And I'm just like, when did kittens tremble? Unless you mean they're purring. I gently brushed the flower into a lock of hair that hung near his forehead. Perfect. You can open your eyes now, Ageha. He pulled out a small mirror from his pocket and stared at his reflection. And then, whoa. With sparkling eyes, he reached up and prodded the flower with his finger. It is beautiful. Yeah, the white really suits you well. Thanks. It even smells nice, too. This is so great. Clearly, July, a smile wouldn't leave his face. Gakuto, what do you think? Huh? Gakuto? He had been right there drinking just a second ago. I guess he must have left for some reason. Should I call for him? But no. Kaze. Our eyes met. Knowing what it meant, we nodded to each other. And then, the two of us began to talk about everything. What we liked, stories of the past. We talked about each other until there was little more to say. So you like to arrange flowers too? Yes. I'm not nearly as good as you, though. Do you do anything else? My mother makes me take all sorts of lessons to make sure I'm cultured. I thought about what to say next. I think he wants to know more about me and said, we could talk about you. But no, I'll just talk about calligraphy. Other than that, I've been learning tea ceremonies in calligraphy. That reminds me, the writing of your letter was very beautiful. Thank you. I've been practicing calligraphy since I was really young. You're very good. Is there anything else you like to do? After some thinking, he looked restlessly towards the ground. Promise you won't laugh. Of course. I've liked juggling all my life. Alright then. Juggling? Yeah, I think my mother taught me when I was small. I don't really remember back that far, though. Oh, didn't you say you had a mother and a sister? Yeah, that's right. A cloud of grief hung over his head. But I was sold here so young, I barely even knew them. He went quiet as his shoulders drooped. Had I asked something I shouldn't have? Seeing him look so depressed was painful for me. Oh, sorry, don't worry about me. I know. Do you want to juggle together? Can we do that here? Sure. All this talk about it makes me want to do it. Sure, all this talk about it makes me want to play again. Doing it with you sounds like even more fun. I thought he might be suggested it to keep me from worrying about him. But the smile unfolded on his face told me otherwise. All right. It's good to keep a child's heart. Great, let's do it. With joy in his eyes, Ageha went to call an attendant. In just a few minutes, they brought 6 red balls for us. I'll start. Good luck. He sent the attendant away and took 3 of the balls in his hands. While throwing the balls in the air, he began singing a song. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, open the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. His clear voice sung out the rhyme. It was a song I vaguely remembered. Same here. I was like, I don't remember what comes next. Nostalgic, as if hiding secrets in the corner of my heart. I watched on as they tossed the balls in rhythm with the song. And then I took the remaining balls. 9, 10, a big fat hen. 11, 12, dig and delve. And tossed them, joining his tempo. Though embarrassed, he smiled fondly at me. For some time that continued. Together we juggled and sang the song. Okay. It's like, yep, we're just in the red light district, juggling balls. No one worry. When I finished, our eyes met and we laughed. A warm, tender feeling flowed into my heart. It felt like I had just been great. It felt like I had just gained something special. I felt blessed. You're really good. Really? I always loved doing it, ever since I was little. It's wonderful remembering your childhood. What was yours like? I juggled, played games, sometimes getting into mischief. What did you do? I sneaked off to look at flowers by the cliffs near the shore. The flower fields? The guy opened his eyes wide with surprise. Have you heard of them? Long ago when I went to school, I heard some kids talking about it. I couldn't go for myself, of course. I was already in Yoshiwara by then. They only let me go back and forth between school and Yoshiwara. I had to get permission to go anywhere else. Oh. My heart ached as his voice weakly whimpered. But they always looked so thrilled talking about it. I could only imagine how beautiful of a place it must have been. I've always wanted to go, but now it's just an impossible dream. His demeanor jumped back to that of an excited child. On the contrary, that made my heart ache even more. Impossible dream. Oh, sorry. You don't have to worry about me, please. Keep smiling. If you don't, His inevitable face slowly drew closer. He reached out and grasped my hand. Then, leaned so close I could smell the flower adorning his hair. The sweet scent of spring spread inside me. I dropped my head, resting it gently on his shoulder. Soon, those flowers by the field may blossom any day now. Spring is approaching quickly. I bet it's as beautiful as ever. Yeah, if only I could take you there. I clenched my hand around his in frustration. It's a feeling that counts. He smiled, already knowing the chances of that were nil. Just how many impossible dreams has he had over the years? How many dreams would he have to give up in his future? He reached out as if knowing what was on my mind. His slender fingers brushed through my hair. If I ever go out there with you, I'll put a flower in your hair. Just like you did for me today. His honest eyes sparkled as he said in a sweet voice, Ageha. He scooped at my hand like a gentleman, when he turned it around and kissed the back. Gently, like the soft spring breeze in the morning. So please, smile. Always smile when you're with me. But alone is enough to make me happy. Ageha, my heart twisted in agony. Why couldn't I grant his simplest of wishes? Was it because of the pleasure district? Or was it because of the island? I clasped the hand he kissed tightly around his own. Kaze? His curious face came closer to mine. For a split second, his face darkened with sadness. But then his arm curled around my back, closing the distance between us. Ageha. Taken in by his arms, I closed my eyes. Again, the sweet aroma of flowers touched my nose. Someday, we'll go to the flower fields. You and me? Yes, so please don't ever give up on that dream. That young man shouldn't have to forfeit his dreams. I didn't want him to get used to knowing that misery. Kaze, can you promise me? His fragile body under the purple robes trembled slightly. In his eyes burned the light of his spirit. I promise, I won't give up. Thank you, Ageha. Like children might do often, we made a pinky promise. It wasn't a sacred vow. It wasn't a pact for love, suicide, as was legend of Yoshiwara. It was just a simple promise. A wish we both wanted to come true. It served as a reminder, so I would never forget to make that dream real. Alright, and there ends chapter 4. 32%. Not bad. I didn't do very good, though, I don't think. Alright, guys. But thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time with the next episode of Men of Yoshiwara, Chapter 6. 5. I lied. Chapter 5. I forgot my numbers already. Alright, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.